Hello, hope you're having a great day. And I just kind of I just kind of have idea how to make so spider webs. As it is now Halloween, so you want something to make for you or for your kids or something like interesting. So this spider webs kind of it would be nice how you it's kind of you can put it, yes, and you just kind of grab your yarn. I will show you how to do, yes. Grab your yarn, your hook, because that's kind of that size what's recommended for your yarn, yes. Then you get it would be very handy if you have your stitch marker. That would be very handy. Then you will have scissors to cut your yarn and tapestry needle. So you just kind of when you need, I have a lot of them. I can keep together to weave your yarn. So I will start with a magic ring. That's I like when it's nice in the middle. You are just kind of tied it up. It just kind of really kind of how it's really kind of spider web comes out. They are kind of from a middle. So it just kind of so let's go. So take your yarn, that working yarn. You just kind of you weave on over your finger. Yes, it's that one. And this kind of once over finger and twice like that. Okay, that your tail goes like in here, and your working yarn it goes over there. So put your and just kind of pulling through and make like a one chain, and try keep those two together. Yes, so one, two, you have a chain of three. Okay, on the top of chain of three you put inside your stitch marker that kind of keeps your kind of handy how to do it. That will be counts for you as a double crochet in US, and UK it will be treble. So make one more chain, then make double crochet in the ring, just kind of keep that make double crochet it's US, and treble crochet it's in UK. Chain one, double crochet or treble crochet, chain one, treble crochet. So you just kind of you now I have that first chain. It's counts chain of three counts as the double crochet or treble crochet. Double it's in US, treble it's in UK. So you have one, two, three, four. So I need four more. Okay, and in between you're doing a chain one. Okay, so double crochet, chain one, double crochet, it's US, treble it's in UK. So how many I have in here now? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So I have make a chain one. And now I'm actually this one, that the tail, you just kind of pulling, and you see that how it's closing. So it's kind of nice and tight closed. Then the stitch marker, you making a slip stitch. You can take that out. So that's how you looks like your first string. Okay, now on the next round it's you going chain of three. That will be count as your double crochet in US, treble in UK. So it's just kind of stitch marker. It's kind of nice and handy when it's chains. You know where you can go. Yes. Next round, it will be going chain of three. So you have this one like no chain. It's like so you need uh, three more chains and a double crochet on the top of that double crochet. It's in here. You making double crochet it's in the US, treble it's in UK. Now make chain of three on the top of where's that double crochet it's US, treble it's in UK. You making double crochet and chain of three, 1 2 3, yes. On the top of your double crochet you making double crochet. It just kind of like it's starting making the web, and on around two you are in between double crochets. You have chain of three, 2 3. So double crochet on the top of that uh, on the right on the top of the double crochet you're making double crochet. It just kind of it goes lines like that. You see the line up here, okay? You see the line up here. So chain of three, double crochet, double crochet it's in the US and a treble it's in UK. Chain of three and making a double crochet on the right on the top in here, yes. Double crochet it's in the US, treble it's in UK, and a chain of three. And that is like a stitch marker, very handy that you know that you can a little bit pull, you can put your hook in here and making a slip stitch. That's why it's at a stitch marker. It's very handy that you can start how you can connect the row and go to next one. So next make a chain of three, 1 2 3. On the top in here you're putting your stitch marker. That will be marks as your double crochet in US and a treble crochet in UK. So in the next round, you're making now chain of 5. 1 2 3 4 5. So in a first round, you're making in between, you're making chain of 1. Next round, you're making chain of 3. Now I'm making chain of 5 in between those double crochet. In US, treble crochet it's in UK. Chain of 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Double crochet on a, right on the top of that double crochet, and then you're making chain of 5. That double crochet just on right on the top of it's on a previous row, double crochet in US, treble crochet in UK. So now chain of 5, 3 4 5, double crochet right on the top. You can make as big as you want or like on us or small, so it's all up to you. And how you know how many, like it's how big you want, just kind of remember. So by each row when you're going up, you are adding 2 more chains in between space, yes. So it just kind of, I have first, second, I'm now on a third row, so that it means I need a chain of 5, because in the previous row I have a chain of 3, so plus 2, now I have 5. double crochet, all right, on the top of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you make last double crochet in here, right on the top. So it's in here. For connect, I need to make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And connect. So that's kind of stitch marker. It's very handy, so you don't like kind of like things like, oh my god, where I can find that stitch. You don't like account. So this one is like kind of when you have a stitch marker, it will be save your time, how you can do it. So you can go around all the way around, yes. So and you can weave it your that like around like that, or you can make like these ones, like a picot on these ones. I will show you how you can do it, those picots. So right now, so I will take out stitch marker. So now I'm making chain of 3. It will be as a double crochet in US. UK it will be treble. So 1, 2, 3. So I will be put right on the top in here, yes. So in this round, I made the chain of 1. Next round, so I need a plus 2. So now it will be 3. Next round, another 2 more chains. So it's 5. So in the next round, in the previous round, I have like a 5. And now I will need to do 7. So I'm doing 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm making double crochet in here. So for the picot, that's this small one. So now I'm making chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. And right in here, I'm going back. I'm making a slip stitch. I taking this, and from a that you have like a 2 loops. Take a 2 front loops. Yes, you can see you have V stitch in here. So back and the front. So in the front, you can see you have kind of sitting like 2 loops. So you're going through those 2 loops and making slip stitch. That's your picot. Now making a chain of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm making double crochet on the top of that previous row double crochet. It's a double crochet. It's in US. Treble crochet. It's in UK. So now I need to make picot. So chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. And in same stitch, I putting. You see, it just kind of you can go like straight in here. It's just kind of easy. Just kind of you see, it just kind of from a like a 2 loops, pulling your yarn through. Sorry. So now you kind of have 3 loops on your hook, and pulling all three loops through. So it kind of forms your nice picot. So next we need a go chain of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Making double crochet on the top of previous row, double crochet. That it's in US term. Treble crochet, it will be in UK. So you have in here. Now we are making picot. 1, 2, 3. For picot it goes chain of 3. Now you have one loop on your hook. So now you're going in a that where the stitch you came out, yes. So that's a V stitch. You see, you have V stitch on the top. This one is back loop and this one is front loop. in the front, it just kind of, you when you're doing double crochet, it just kind of like, it's slides really easily, kind of like, you have like two loops. So altogether you have three loops on your hook. So pulling yarn all those three loops, okay? That will be making nice picot. Now chain of seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double crochet, double crochet. It's in the US, UK it will be treble. So I just kind of like no explain. So you see, uh, maybe you will think, so how can you know where the two loops, for a picot? So when you are last two loops, like you are taking, yes. So you have a loop in here, loop in here. So when you are pulling your yarn through, yes, you see those two loops standing in here. So you literally pulling your yarn for picot through these two, okay? So now as we are making picot, so chain of three, 1, 2, 3. So now you are putting those two loops, you see, in here. So now you have three loops on your hook, and now pulling all those through. Now that's your picot, it's finished. Now we need to make chain of seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we are keep going, yes, on the top of your double crochet, US, treble it's in UK, just picot, one chain of three, pulling those two like that in here, pull all three, chain of seven, 2, 3, so one more, so, and double crochet in here, okay, double crochet it's a US, treble it's UK. Now we are on the top, we will make a picot again. 1, 2, 3, pulling like that in here, and pulling all three loops, okay, making nice chain of seven, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're gonna make last double crochet, US, treble it's in UK, and we will be making uh, one more needed. So chain of three for a picot, coming back in the same stitch you're putting again, pulling all three loops through. So now making chain of 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are on the last in here. So we are pulling in here, making slip stitch. So you can take your yarn out, is that the stitch marker out. So now we are making last picot. So chain of three, and as we are finishing, it's kind of like, no, it can be tricky. So you're taking yarn what's in here, and that loop what's gonna stays up here, like, on the back, so you have it like that, and pulling yarn through all loops, okay, and then you just kind of snap your yarn, pulling yarn through, and that's why kind of, now we are gonna take, needle and wean in that tail, okay, so I'm going back in here, so, and I like to go like yarn zigzag, okay, so it's with a needle, it's kind of like easy, kind of like, no, you just kind of weaning. Okay, that's the tail, and now we are cutting weaning this one. So in the middle, yes. So that's kind of like, it's your spider web. So see you in the next video.